What's up, everybody? Another night. I thought I wasn't going to make it on time because my mini-me decided to turn off the internet before he went to bed. That's what happens when you have kids. You can't get angry. You're just like, all right. Just hope the internet turns back on. Time for the show to start. And it came on like a minute and a half before it was time to go. Well, it was a great day here in Panama. Celebrations all over the place, parades. Tomorrow's Flag Day, so they'll have parades all day long again tomorrow. The music last night was intense. We had fireworks here at the building, and behind us they had the Dianas in the park. So there was drums until 2 a.m. and trombones and trumpets. And singers out front here. It was just insane. Started at midnight and it ended around 2 a.m. So, and my son didn't like it very much because he goes to bed at 10 and the fireworks went off at 2 and he's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, but back to reality. We got some serious FUD going on. Yeah, Pac-Man got, it's the FUD, but Randy's going to talk about it because I like talking about bullshit. Bullshit's exciting. What up, fam? Love your show. Thank you, Human Hex Trafficker. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up all the time. Good evening. Good news on the documentary. There's supposed to be something released. I didn't see it. Man, I might actually make a Randy Larski live stream. Usually listen to this in the mornings headed to work. Thanks for always keeping it real. We appreciate you, Exerciser. Happy to be here. Pac-Man's feeling FUD. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. Thank you, buddy. You rock. Appreciate it, TechSex. Guys, do you remember who was the first to call out Fatoshi? Was it Vitalik or RH? I don't remember Vitalik doing it. I do recall RH doing it at an event, but I don't remember Vitalik doing it. Can't remember. I'm in my first few months of crypto. I've made HEX staking ladder from 4 to 15.2 years. Well, what else to make a good crypto foundation? Hi, Doug. Good crypto foundation. Well, have some Ethereum because you're going to need that to do the unstakes in the future for HEX. And I wouldn't do much until Pulse Chain launches. Pulse Chain is going to give you a huge opportunity. There's going to be so many great things and cool things that are available on Pulse Chain. So I'd wait for that to launch. That way you keep your crypto narrow, as in blockchains. When you start spreading across blockchains, it gets confusing. You make mistakes. I've seen people send Ethereum to BSC chain by accident, and then it's gone forever. And those are the kind of mistakes that happen when you use too many different chains. So keep your chains narrow. That's what I would say. I don't even own any Bitcoin anymore. I know that sounds crazy for somebody that's been around crypto since 2014, but I don't care about Bitcoin. I'll get paid it in some dividends for some projects, but just let it stack. That's it. Yes, sir. Doug did a good job with that staking ladder. Valiant Brand, good evening, sir. Are you guys having fun tonight? Hexkin from Mexico. Hi, everyone. Cool. Appreciate your streams, Randy. Thank you, Valiant. You're one of the bedrocks of this community. I thank you for everything that you've done. Keep it up. Tin Top. Robin Huevo. Or Robin Hevo. I always call you Huevo. Bless you and your family, Randy. Thank you. I appreciate it, freedom for all. Hey, everybody. Good day to DCA. I was supposed to live stream with Jenkins today. He messaged me, say, hey, Randy, you want to live stream? And I wrote back, I'm like, sure, give me 20 minutes. And he happened to go out for a coffee or walk the dog or something. And right after I message him, my wife gets a message from her mom saying that her father needs to go to the emergency room. He got the juice, had a stroke, and now he hasn't ate food in 4 months. He's on a tube, and his tube fell out this morning, his feeding tube. So he had to go in. They freaked out. People usually freak out when they see intestines, right? But as a nurse, I understand there's a hole there so he can eat, right? So we had to take him to the emergency room this morning, and he went to surgery and had his new tube put in. Strokes are terrible. I don't wish a stroke upon anybody. I'm like, God, take me rather than let me deal with a stroke. 777, save us from the FUD. Yes. Chico, welcome. Was it a joke? Haven't seen the stream yet. Jeez. The rice rockets are out there. Right? Is there any possibility Pulse Chain doesn't launch? Should we be concerned? No. I'm never concerned at all. I've got a large chunk of money in the whole Pulse Chain network, so I think we're going to be just fine. What's up, people? Hey, lights out. Good to see you. Wow, I made it on time, Billy Boy. Yes, you did. Okay, people are starting to come in now, getting close to 100 viewers, so we'll get to the subject. Franklin, what's Gucci? Hey, Alex. There we go. What's Gucci? Your mama is staying just to see your face. Hi, Mom. And I'm going to do a unboxing or open boxing here in a couple days. One of our fellow Hexkins sent me a nice care package with some stuff in it, Hex stuff. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to open that live with you guys. Attention all Hexkins, you can all have been subpoenaed to hit the like button immediately, if not sooner, or we'll go down on your permanent record. Compliance is mandatory. Randy, what are your thoughts? Okay. I'll stop here and I'll come back to that. All right, so let's go to brand. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself because this is StreamYard is how I use it. I'm just going to play BitBoy's quick little tidbit here, and then I'm going to show you a couple of things, and I'm going to have my commentary about how I feel about the whole situation.
Cover the Hex story today, did we?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
That's very interesting.
It didn't show up in the news, like
Really?
in the main feeds and stuff.
Well, Hex, apparently, Richard Hart is getting sued by the SEC. He's not in America. It's going to be very hard for them to get to him. But apparently, they're sending subpoenas to, I guess, people that promoted Hex. We've stayed neutral on Hex. We never promoted Hex. Always want a neutral standpoint on it. Just because there is a lawsuit now does not mean that it's bad. Does not mean that, people are going to get in trouble. Obviously, you got to let these same thing happen with Ripple. We see what's happening there. But definitely some interesting stuff going on with Hex. I would like to talk about it a little more.
BitBoy, he's dodging those bullets, man. He's trying to, give himself some distance from Hex. That's cool. Thank you for the marketing. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna pull up the this is the actual tweet that Hex Turbo put out. I just want to read some of the comments because it's funny as hell. Lights Out was the first one. He's here in chat. It was a phishing scam, bro. At least the newest round of FUD with the influencer thing. The previous lawsuit about a month ago was for a lady who bought the top with $1,800 and the price went down. I'd say the bigger story is the phishing scam that will start targeting influencers. Yep. No one can control what others do with their own wallets. Hex is by far not a scam. It's an effing code. That's it. BitBoy still doesn't get it. Yep. My commentary is coming in a second. We'll invite Richard Hart on your show if you want to talk to him. Oh, he did it already. Yep. The lawsuit has nothing to do with Hex kids. Yep. Take it with a pinch of salt. FUD. FUD. I muted this guy because he doesn't say very smart stuff. Love how Hexkins are BitBoy fans now just because he's shilling our bags. The amount of garbage shitcoins this guy has promoted on his channel is legendary. Rather see Hex go to zero than support this. I kind of agree. When's the SEC going after BitBoy? What's happened if Hex has a lawsuit involved, if I heard that correctly? Hex is not on centralized exchanges, so it can't be delisted. But if it was on SEX, they would delist it. Uniswap will likely hide Hex on their site, so it will be more difficult to buy and sell it. Probably will be possible at hex.com. Well, that was all incorrect information, but good try, Senzar. The centralized exchange stuff, yeah, that's true. They could delist it, but there's too many options to buy Hex now. Fake FUD. This guy lost big weight. Jeez. This guy's talking about his weight. All right. And then our boy Crypto Vince. Thank you, Crypto Vince, for being so awesome. I hope you show up in the chat. Give you a high five. He ran this through something called photo forensics. It is interesting to note that a single character sticks cleanly out of the blue blur with the white spacing. Bad photo editing job, probably. So you see the blobs here. That's where the editing would have been. I know this very well because when we used to use the CEX back in the day, it was very common that you would doctor your documents. As part of the game back, I mean, 2016, 2017, 2018. I mean, I haven't used a centralized exchange and it seems like forever. If I need something, I do simple swap or I do a change now if I had to. I haven't used change now yet, but if I had to, I would. So I just want to say that this is just looks like more fake FUD. Get people talking. Hey, it got me talking. It brought you guys here. You're listening. And this is common. This is people want the price to go down. They want a lower entry point. So they will come in and they will continue to do stuff. And it's usually from accounts that are using fake profiles, or I shouldn't call it fake profiles, but using other personas rather than their own persona. So like my accounts are Randy Hilarski everywhere. So you know that's me. But I also have Pulse Mafia. I have Crypto Cars. I have a couple other ones too that are my Twitter accounts. And if I wanted to, I could use those. So you guys know they're my accounts. So they're not hidden. But there's other people that have accounts that are totally hidden. You have no idea who's behind them. You don't know if it's a real person, and they're likely are, but they're just using it for FUD purposes. So very common. So they'll come in with this brand new account. They'll start following people. And you're seeing it a lot lately with HEX. They'll put HEX in their name and they'll start following people. And you follow them back. Then maybe a month or two down the road, after they have 500, 1,000 followers, they drop it, right? And then you see it and they use the hashtags and make sure that the content is known. Or the other common one is to have a pretty woman as a face, and then there's a guy behind them. That's a common one. It seems to get a lot of attention in the crypto community. So, yeah, I don't want to name names, but it's pretty common. So, listen, if there was something going on with the SEC, it would have been announced on the SEC website. And apparently, some folks did some research and there's nothing on the SEC website. So don't worry. And even if there was, I kind of wish there was, because the best possible marketing we could get. Look at all the marketing that XRP has gotten because of their lawsuit. And then Odyssey, which, I mean, Library, the team behind Odyssey, Library got lots of free press because they were fighting the SEC. They're a little guy, a small crypto project going up against the big old SEC, right? So they've been going at it for 4 years with the SEC and still nothing's happened. So guys, simmer down now, simmer down. You don't just have to worry. This is not something that's big news. It's just people freak out when they hear, oh, SEC is coming after something. I wouldn't worry one bit. Just relax, pack your bags. Everything's going to go well. Even the XRP boys, look at them. They're still out there shilling. If you go on TikTok, all you see is XRP. And they're still in the middle of their SEC investigation. That's been going on since 2017. It seems like forever that investigation has been going on. All right. Let's see. So let's rest that. Let's squash it. Let's step on it. Put it out like a finished cigarette. Get over with. Okay. AZSRA says, hey, Randy, what are your thoughts on dental implants? Remember you were talking about dental stuff. Yeah, I have amalgam fillings that I need to get taken out, but I can't do it here in Panama because there's nobody that does the smart treatment. It's a special way to take out amalgam fillings because of the vapor from the mercury, and then you can get sick afterwards. So I want to make sure that I get done right. The only place for me is I have to go to Costa Rica. Now, the other thing is be careful what kind of implants you use. Try not to use metallic implants. I know there's going to be a lot of you guys that had your teeth taken out, had a root canal, and then you had a new tooth put in. They used a metal, like a titanium rod or a titanium screw. Look it up. Do your own research. if you can get that replaced and get a ceramic screw put in, because ceramic screw does not conduct electricity. So there's that. I do research on all kinds of crazy shit, guys. I'm a rabbit hole type of guy. When I see something new, I start learning it. And like today, I was going down the graphene oxide hole. See what graphene oxide does. If you send ETH to BSC, you can get it back. I learned that one recently. Oh, really, Chico? Cool. I was using it as an example. I've never done it, but I've heard people doing it. Ah, cool. That's cool. Yeah, I understand if it has to be your own address. Hello, Hexco. Good evening, Ramon. Damn, hope all's okay with father-in-law. Man, no, not okay. But at least he can sit up now. He can use his walker to go to the bathroom. But it's so sad to see him. When I first met him 11 years ago, he was a proud man. You know, he would go to work every day. He was a security guard. Hey, Bitcoin, what's going on? He was a security guard, and you know, he always carrying his sidearm, and he'd sit there doing the night shift out at the old Panama Pacifico or the old Howard Air Force Base. He worked at CAT, you know, CAT, the company. He was one of the security guards at CAT. So he was fit. He'd been a security guard for 40 something years, and just seeing him deteriorate now is so sad. And they screwed him out of his retirement. He doesn't get anything. The whole company, they screwed everybody out of their retirements. Yeah. Yep. Good day, everyone from Bali. Hey, Matt. How you doing? Just remember, another reason to get wealthy is so you can help your family. If it wasn't for Anna and I, he'd be up the creek without a paddle. Swear to God. We spend all of his, you guys know Ensure, the milk. I know it's not the best, but it's what the doctor says he has to take. And we buy about $300 worth of that a month, because they get them the cheap Chinese shit for the public health here. And his stomach couldn't handle it, so we had to get him Ensure. Prayers still don't want to miss you and Jenkins for the Chads. Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, we've tried a couple times, but our time, like he's always doing something or I'm doing something, and we try. An ETH and ETH Fair, stake Hedron, or trade for HEX. I did God, what did I do? I did the ICOSA. I took ICOSA and staked ICOSA. Tin Top served us. So yeah, Bobby, it sucks, man. When I told them not to get that shit, and his sister had a Guillain-Barré. Was it Guillain-Barré, the one where the face droop, but hers affected her nervous system, so she was paralyzed for 6 months. The sister of her dad, unbelievable. And to this day, they all deny it had anything to do with it. Freedom for all, you're welcome. De nada. Hex Bear, good to see you. What's good, fam? If you want real anarchy, smash that like button. Yeah. My wife asked me to tone her down sometimes. My mom used to ask me to tone it down. My mom's in the chat. She's always telling me, chill out a little bit, Rand. Chill out. Just did 50 push-ups and squats for the stream. Tea time. Way to go, man. Way to go. I saw, Franklin might want to chime in on this, but I saw a video on TikTok recently. Someone was saying that if you're under 30 years old, you should be able to do at least 30 push-ups. And it made me think back to my military time. And when I was 18 in boot camp, and you had to do, for my age group, I had to do 52 push-ups in under 2 minutes. And I always struggled with it, dude, because I got these freaking super long arms. The Hilarskis, my family, we all have these giant freaking arms, man. So it's a long way to travel. And in the Navy, or I don't know how it is in the Army, or those guys, but for us, we have to go all the way down, right? So it's a long distance for me to do 52 push-ups. You got these guys with these really short arms, you know, and they're like, they're knocking out 52 like in a minute. Here am I. And then by the end, I'm like shaking and my whole body's about to collapse. It took me 3 times to do the final PT test before I passed because of push-ups. But when it came to sit-ups, man, I was top of the class. I could destroy everybody. I'd be like, whack, 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 whack. I was like really good at sit-ups. So we all have different body styles, right? And I was really good. I was built well for sit-ups and horribly built for push-ups. I've always struggled with pull-ups. I'm glad I didn't go in the Marine Corps. Sorry for that tangent, but I thought it was a funny story. Auto-like function must be on. Thank you, Matt. Can we get that? After somebody's watched for 1 minute, it's an auto-like. I think we see launched by Xmas. Luke Duke. I'm thinking so too. Hedron will be interesting coming days. Yeah, I think so. Haha, this man, BitBoy, a politician. Yeah, that's what it feels. That's what he looks like, right? He's getting that putting that oil on so everyone slips off of it, or all the shit slips off. I've never been a big boy fan, but the interview with Corey Costa was actually pretty good. He talked a bit about SBF and the correlation with the domino effect of carnage we've witnessed this year. I don't know what SBF is. Bobby, what is that? People really do run with anything. Yeah, they do. Soldier Pete, yeah, Randy, how y'all got onto MMS, chloride oxide fever, and symptoms gone in 12 hours. Yeah, 12-hour drops every hour for 8 hours. Every family should have this in their cabinet. Awesome stuff. I have seen that a couple times on TikTok. I did research. I did a search for chloride oxide, but I can't remember what stopped me from getting it, or if I can even get it here, because I can't ship it due to its probably get in trouble with customs. But I'll definitely check into it again. Vince is a legend. Yes, he is. Merry Xmas to you and yours. Like, I saw somebody somebody was complaining about it's not even Thanksgiving and people are putting up the Christmas stuff. And here in Panama, we have Fiestas Patrias instead of Thanksgiving. So all month is, everyone's super patriotic. But at the malls and stuff, they'll start putting up the Christmas stuff. We don't have Thanksgiving, so it's like skipped right over that. So we go from really being really super patriotic, and then December 1, boom, everything goes to Christmas. So it's quite different here. I told you guys last night, this place goes on holiday from November 1 all the way till end of March. Don't ask a Panamanian to do shit. It's time for vacation. Hope it causes prices to go down, non-believers to sell. Better for us. I think someone said that if the HEX price goes down, or one of the two, or the Hedron price goes down when the auctions are completed and people do not auctions are completed, but when the bidding is completed and they win the auctions, that means we'll get better payouts. Is that right? But I also heard it kind of dilutes the ICOSA. So initially ICOSA price might dip because there'll be less. I'm not sure, but I would need Crypto Sloth to verify that, because he is the man when it comes to Hedron stuff or Blue Bum. On the doc, they asked for him to do his name, wallet address, etc. To me, it's fake or phishing. Probably phishing. I use Change Now to get my Zen gas as I was out of ETH. I sent some BNB and got ETH sent back. It was simple. Never had done that before. It's wonderful. If you guys don't want to do KYC, that's the way to go. Change Now and Simple Swap. They both work. Yeah, damn, I always fall for the pretty Asian chicks. What are you talking about, How I Made? Early today on Corey's stream with BitBoy, a flood of emojis, super chats, likes, and shares absolutely smashed the algorithm. HEX community got him up from around 90 viewers to over 300. Great success. Great, Paul. That's good to hear. Corey deserves it. He's doing a great job. Consistency is the key in this game. I think Hexologist, even though he's got me blocked, Hexo he was a perfect example of consistency. And because of his consistency, it taught people like myself, Balliot Brand, Abit Hex, Hex Lion, Crypto Coffee, the whole Discourse Syndicate group taught us to be consistent. That's the best way to put out content. And that's why I decided to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm not doing it every day, though. My wife would not be happy. Blackaroni. I'm like, yeah, I think she likes me. What are you guys talking about? There is no bad press, just press. Yes, Donald. SEC has bigger fish to fry. Laugh out loud. This is a FUD next. Yeah, perfect example of a product that the SEC couldn't do anything about. It's just a smart contract. It's out there in the wild. And it's been going for 3 years. Even the SEC says the longer something that's been around, the more difficult it's going to be able to stop. And you can't stop HEX. What are you going to do? Are they going to have to fork ETH again or make some huge change on ETH to be able to stop things like HEX? But by then we have Pulse Chain. We already have it on ETH POW. We already have it on ETH Fair. The only thing that would happen is they would step on it, or they would cut the one head off and another two would show up. We could put HEX on a VAX or something, do whatever we had to do to survive. Yep. Someone's flooding. Are you familiar with Maximus DAO poly stuff? I am with Maximus DAO, and I don't go in too much into it. I don't own any of the products anymore, but the poly one looks really interesting for Hedron to participate in the auctions, but I won't do it. Nothing against the guys. It's too much stuff to pay attention to. I like I said, I'm going to keep my stuff. I'm keeping very narrow. I don't want too many coins this next bull run. From 2017 to 2020, I narrowed it down about 80%, and I would like to narrow it down by about 50% again. But the problem is Pulse Chain, we're going to have so many tokens and so many things to pursue. We're going to get so many airdrops that I might be forced. We figure out who behind it. Counter lawsuit might be in order. Ooh. Yes. In the US, very litigious. Here in Panama, they have this, they're really strict with libel. So you can't, like the doctors that they wanted to force the closure of the country and stuff. And there was other doctors that were like, no, you guys are crazy. We don't need to do that. Well, they were saying, oh, we'll just take your license away, to the doctors that were against it. And our pediatrician was really hard against the whole thing, and against the juice, against everything. Because he's a researching doctor. He's been written up and researched many times. And he was threatened. And I said to him, why don't we just go publicly and call them out for this? He goes, they'll just sue me, and then I'll be out. I won't be a doctor anymore. Because here in Panama, you can't go after people publicly. That's why people get away with stuff, because call them out. Like the people that screwed Richard over. Yeah. Those names that came up from that, they were not good people. And if we came out and we were saying if Richard was to go public with that today, they would just sue him. Steven's right. So many coins that can barely keep up. Yep. More news that just cut HEX name out there more. Absolutely, Jeremy. Franklin, spill the beans. Chad, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. ETH is BTC. You own the private keys to some ADI EVM compatible. Yeah, exactly. EVM is Ethereum virtual machine, for those who do not know. Oh, yeah. Yep. If you don't use exchanges, how do you invest USD into crypto? Oh, it depends on your jurisdiction. We've got people all over the city here. There's offices where I can just walk in. We've got crypto-friendly banks. This is a banking center of Central and South America. Okay, so I have everything I need. My wife just goes and handles everything. She's got wallets that are KYC, and she just moves the money around that way. Now, for you guys, it's different. Depends on where you live. You got to deal with stuff. It's like gold and silver, for example. Let's talk about gold and silver for a second. I just heard that they want to raise the VAT tax in Germany to buy gold up to like 19%. So if you want to buy $100 worth of gold, you're going to pay $119 for that gold, just tax from the government. Ouch, that really hurts, you know? So I say jurisdictions. Whereas if you're in Canada or the US, you just pay the basic sales tax. So if you buy from my boy, Canada Bullion, all you do is pay the sales tax. And he said thank you to everybody because a couple of you guys have already bought some gold and silver from him. So cool. Thanks, guys. Crypto is the best thing ever to happen to the US. Crypto millionaires will sooner or later will have to turn their wealth into CBDCs, goods, and services. Wrong. In my opinion, okay? Wrong. Well, maybe a portion at a time, like small pieces. I think we're going to have a parallel system. We're going to have CBDCs over here, and that's going to be your everyday system for going grocery shopping and all that. And then you're going to have your crypto system over here, which is going to be your stocks, real estate, investing, and all that kind of stuff is going to be blockchain and crypto. Crypto. CBDCs will be blockchain as well, but it'll be totally government run. So the two will be parallel. I just don't think that everything's going to be CBDC. The old system's dead, guys. It's right now. It's like, remember Bernie? Remember that weekend at Bernie's where they're holding up the dead guy? Well, that's the old system. These guys, the legacy system, they're dead men walking. All right. So crypto's going to take over all that, and it'll take a couple of years, and these guys will move all their assets to the blockchain. Then you'll have CBDCs. And anybody who doesn't have investments, the only thing that they're going to have is CBDCs. It's going to be like me prior to moving to Panama when I was just, working as a nurse or selling cars. I would just get my paycheck. I'd pay my bills. That's all going to be CBDCs. But everything else, it's going to be crypto. Prayers for your father-in-law. Same thing with my dad. Sending good thoughts and prayers for your brother. And then, yep, exactly. Thank you, Life Changer. I appreciate that. Right back at you. Randy Matty just said an hour ago live on his stream he received a package from the SEC. Really? Really? Okay. We'll see when Matty comes out and talks about it. All hail King Richard. Orgain is much better than Insure. Orgain. We don't have that one here though. We have like two brands. The one by Nestle, and I can't remember which one that is. They might be Insure. And, they're both garbage because it's just sugar, right? But I'll check. I don't know if I could even buy it on Amazon and ship it here, but I'll check. Cat, as in Caterpillar Industrial, yeah. No, Paul Sachs his pension wasn't with Cat. His pension was with the security company. The security company went out of business and they screwed all their guys. He worked with them for many years and they all lost their pensions. Yes, Ramon, I agree with you 100%. My God, they still deny it. Yep. He's not home to open it, though he said he was alerted via email. Ah, okay. Interesting. Is the right play to never let the hedron stay complete? Yeah, you may have asked this the other night, but I say just keep adding hedron to it. Why unstake it? Why pay the unstaking fee? Just keep rolling it unless you need funds. If you need the funds, by all means, unstake it and sell. I'm never the guy that's going to tell you to hold on forever and never sell your crypto. I'm the guy that's going to tell you to take profits, especially in the bull markets. Always take profits in the bull. My granddad's Parkinson's is taking over and turning into dementia. He had Parkinson's my entire life. Man, these guys. I'm 35 and 1.5 years after his COVID vax, it takes over. Tinfoil hat, I guess. Yeah. Try the what's the one I always talk about? The powder. What's the powder I always talk about, guys? I can't remember. Check it out. You can check my other streams or someone's going to put it in the chat. Would you trade USDC on ETHW for HEX? Nope. USDC is dead, guys. It's dead over on ETHW and Ethereum Fair. It's not worth anything. Randy Hutzka, I love hearing dropouts from the military make out their ex-military. Yeah. Yeah. That I actually in boot camp, I had this one guy. He was really big. He was overweight at the time. And he dropped out about it's 12 weeks. So he must have dropped out about week 6. The guy would cry all the time. He couldn't handle it. He'd be on the runs. Remember the guy from Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, kind of looked like him. Looked like he did like the my friend Mike. If he was here, he he was just like him, man. He was just always whining. He couldn't complete the PT test. He couldn't do any of that stuff. So one day I remember we're running and he's crying so hard he just sat down and refused to run anymore. So they kicked him out of the Navy. I had a good time in the Navy. My traveling was great. That part was good. I just didn't like the system. Hi, Bright Light. Sam Bankman, yes. Yeah, Sam Bankman-Fried, that's who it is. Okay. SBF. Can't trust that guy. Nile over, all over. Same here. Even medics in the family admitting would mean they were wrong from the beginning. Little thing called ego will never allow it. That's absolutely right, Robin. Yeah. I still have my FTX app. Have you ever been shot at? No. No. I was a peacetime sailor. Okay. So I joined the Navy in 92. I got out in 99. The only thing we were doing was during that time that we did, the U.S. was doing that I consider nasty was we were dropping bombs on Bosnia and or I should say dropping bombs on the Serbs in Bosnia. I wasn't part of that. Our squadron didn't do that. What we did, we flew circles, we took pictures. And so a lot of the pictures from the air that the U.S. intelligence got was from us. And then I was stationed in Sicily for the last 2 years of my career. And that was right towards the end of the when Yugoslavia broke up, which is Croatia, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia, Kosovo, and all those now. And I've got all my medals are for that stuff. But I never got shot at. Never once. So we did a lot of stuff with Somalia too. Small black Ford. Holy subpoena, Batman. Yeah. What is patriotic? Does that mean blind belief? Yeah, to me it does. I mean, I don't like to offend patriots because there's people out there that love their countries. And like, I love Panama because they accepted me in and I'll be a citizen here. And I have to understand why they're so patriotic. Oh my God, you guys think Americans are patriotic? Panama puts that to shame these folks. Today was a celebration of independence from Colombia. Tomorrow is Flag Day. And then we have our Dia de las Banderas. And then we have Independence Day from Spain, I think next week. It's just bam, bam, bam. Oh, and then we had Dia de los Muertos yesterday. It was crazy. So much stuff happening. Brother Randy, what do you see with the S&P Monday and Tuesday, blood moon and election day? Well, I thought it was going to get nasty. I think that we might have a really ugly day, but within 3 or 4 days, everything's going to recover nicely. I'm actually not, I thought that I was going to take everything out of the market and just let it ride and see what would happen. Not let it ride, but see what would happen, then come back in. But you know what, guys? I'm just going to let it ride. This is going to bounce back. And these fees on Ethereum right now are so high. Like I was thinking about going in and minting some more Zen. Not even going to bother, man. These fees are too much. If HEX goes up, more Hedron is burned because stake's worth more. If HEX goes up, more Hedron is burned because stakes are worth more. Okay, Steven. That makes sense. I'm just saying if you're falsified docs, there's a liability there. Sure is. Hexo got me blocked too. No worries. You are stolen value you never saw combat. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm stolen valor? Jackass. Fuck you. You know nothing about the military. That crypto coffee buying groceries was his best vid. Really? How many views did it get? Or is it still getting views like consistently? Everyone has their place. Franklin. Legal system doesn't take kindly to imposters. That document looks fake. It looks doctored. Crypto Vince had some pretty good evidence there. Hexo frightened by the Shemitah. Nah, he blocked me a long time ago. He blocked me when he was talking crap about Library. When Library was fighting the SEC, he made the comment, if Library was a finished product, they wouldn't have to worry about anything from the SEC. Oh, wait, that's funny shit. Thinking about that now because of what's going on currently today. But, you know, that was his comment. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? SEC Library's over here fighting for all of crypto. They're a small company and they're going up against the SEC. And I just thought that was disingenuous of him. So I made a comment. Well, Pacific, you got your reason. Think about adding more Hedron on Icosa this weekend after I buy more Hex, of course. I think my Icosa stakes are going to do very good in the coming weeks. How long now? Only 2 weeks? 2 weeks until over 6,000 stakes go on auction. Exciting times. Half that Hedron potentially burnt, and those Icosa payout. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Those Icosa payouts are going to be dandy. What are your thoughts on graphene oxide? Razor-like effect? I don't know. People are believing it's getting into our bodies. I don't know how it's getting into our bodies. And the issue with the radiation, whether it's from the signal towers, the 5G towers, or whether it's from other things in our environments, whether our Wi-Fi, having our phones near us, and graphene oxide really responds to EMF. So it'd be interesting to know how that stuff's getting in our bodies. Is it from chemtrails? I don't want to go too much down the rabbit hole, but there's some really interesting theories out there how that shit's ending up in our bodies, and it shouldn't be there. It's not something that's in food. It should not be in food. Might be better buy opportunity during the auctions for Icosa. Yeah, I think so, because Icosa, we're going to get tons of Icosa as a payout, but the price of Icosa will probably dip. Who likes bananas? I don't eat bananas because they got too much sugar in them, but I'm sure a lot of people here do. I didn't know you don't have to end your Hedron or Icosa stakes. You can still keep generating yield. Yeah, Luke Duke, isn't that cool? There's no penalty for letting them just ride. How I think Coffee should do a video where he quizzes people on crypto, and if they guess correct, they get rewarded with HEX or USDC. Yeah. And remember the guy, I can't remember his name, but he used to do the gold bars and the big silver bars. He would go up to people and he'd be like, do you want a Snickers or do you want this gold bar? And everyone would choose the damn Snickers. And the gold bar was worth like $1,000. It was nuts. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I think people should do that with crypto too. I saw somebody do that with NFTs. They were going around and asking people, hey, do you want $100 or do you want this monkey NFT? It was one of the ape monkey ones, right? And almost everybody chose the $100. I remember one though, the guy, he's like, oh dude, give me the ape. That thing's worth a lot of money. So we could do that with HEX too. You could add them to keep original B share. Cool, Steven. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that you can keep them, but I didn't know you. That makes sense. Pizzaiolo guy just got in late. 20 minutes behind. How's my senor Randy today? Hope you're doing terrific. I'm doing great, Pepe. Thanks for I'm talking very fast though, because you're on 2x. Luke Duke. Oh yeah, the Hedron thing. What are your thoughts on graphing? Okay. Oh man, how did I miss this? Randy, were you living in Panama when Richard was there? No, he was here before me. Richard was actually here right after the U.S. gave up custody of the canal. So he got here, I think, in 2004. I got here in 2011. Does my memory serve me based on an old RH stream that RH's Addy in Panama got his law degree while in prison? Yeah, something like that. They were pretty shady people. My wife knew all the names. She looked at the list of names. She goes, scumbag, criminal. I'm like, fuck. Richard, how'd you find these guys? Hello, Crypto Cashew. Good to see you. If all the lawyers lose their licenses, can the doctor just do doctor things in their house and we pay them cash like a mechanic? Absolutely. Absolutely. Was it hard to get Panama citizenship? No, not if, I mean, I'm married. Okay. For me, it's super easy. If you're not married to one, or if you don't have a Panamanian child, it's going to be difficult. Hello to all chatters. It's very, people think getting Panama citizenship is easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of stuff you have to go through. And then you get put on a stack on the president's desk and you have to wait for the president to sign it off before you get your passport. So it takes a while. Shut the fuck up. I will definitely be buying some. For the US, the best way to onboard into crypto without exchanges is trust token. Yeah, Corey. Corey, you keep telling that. You keep saying that. I don't know that one. NFTs are going to have a really cool spot as land deeds and titles and stuff. One sec. Let's shut this bitch up. Look at cute Randy. Oh yeah, motherfucker. That's cute Randy. Shut up. People like you drive me nuts, man. NFTs are going to have a really cool spot as land deeds and titles and stuff. I told you, that's part of crypto. You're going to have CBDCs, and then you're going to have crypto, which is our investments, our real estate, our NFTs, everything else. No. Those guys. That's their crypto. It's going to be a lot like, what's it called? XRP. God. Or what are those DAGs? Those, what's a DAG called? Distributed acyclic graph. Distributed acyclic graphs. Or probably something like CBDCs. Hex enthusiast. I'm still talking too fast. I think for people to accept CBDCs, it will need to seem at first not to be that bad. Yep. They may incentivize its use and then a few years down, turn on the bad features and ban cash. Yep. Hex noob. Yeah, that's where I got the, that's where I found the document or the video from our boy. What's his name? BitBoy. I think for people to accept you. Maddie said he got a notice from UPS of a delivery and he has not verified the contents of the envelope as he is out of town. That does make me nervous that it went to Maddie of all people. I mean, I don't want him to get bogged down in that kind of stuff. You know, that's a problem when you're living in the US. You got to deal with that shit. Zeolite. There you go. Thanks, Paul. Thank you, Bobby. The SEC even states themselves they never send subpoenas by mail or by email. Ah, that's good. Pretty sure the subpoenas Hexkins have raised are just a phishing scam, since apparently they're asking for MetaMask info. West Texas booger sugar. Private pile. Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. I think that's an elaborate phishing attack. They have to serve subpoenas in person. So even the one that go in the mail, I don't know how it works. I have no idea how the U.S. law system works. Yeah, I did my best private pile. Is that a jelly donut, soldier? Or jelly donut private? Oh, God. The first half, at least. I tell that to everyone. Everyone who watches, I say, just watch the first half. Don't even worry about the second half of the movie. Hey, David. Davis. Gang, gang. Full Metal Hexkins. You know, hope you're well, Groggy. I'm doing okay. It's a good night. Zeolite is a crystalline powder derived from volcanic ash that detoxes heavy metals from your body. Damn straight. It's good shit. And you get good dreams from it too. But taking zeolite for a week and a half and feel zero benefits, like I'm hearing you guys are. Maybe you didn't have as many toxins in your body, Davis. It could be that too. You know, maybe you're just in better. Your body's in a cleaner condition, right? For me, I got these damn mercury fillings, and yeah, always using aluminum deodorant all my life up until a couple years ago. Fluoride in your water, so many things. Watch James Corbett's documentary about how Rockefellers took over Western medicine. It's the Lord of all scams. Yep. You're talking, yeah. Put the Rockefellers, fix that. You don't have to fix it, Thoschchild, but people in the chat, if you want to learn more about Western medicine and education, check out what the Rockefellers did in the early 1900s. Brazilians carry their flags everywhere. They got a cool flag too. I love the Brazilian flag. It's pretty. Hopefully you're taking the powder. You need at least a gram a day in the liquid microdoses. Plus it's super costly. Yeah, it adds up. Zeolite for the jab. Is that what you meant? Yeah. Yeah, it helps with that too. I'm taking the powder Randy linked and I scoop one per day, but I'll keep taking it. Yeah. My wife said she's sleeping great. That's the difference for her. That's what she got. Yeah, zeolite does help, Bobby. I learned that from a lady, and that's how she found out about it. And then I went down the rabbit hole. I will likely renounce, Joseph, once I have my Panama citizenship. REPA knew they would pull the I and the HCQ off the shelves worldwide. Something wasn't kosher. Yep. It wasn't pulled off worldwide. I mean, I have many boxes of the I stuff. We didn't get any of the HCQ though. And I wouldn't take HCQ just because it's so toxic for your body. I felt bad in the Navy when we were giving it out to people for, to protect against mosquitoes and I think it was yellow fever. Poor guys. I mean, you get so sick just for taking the ACQ. Yeah, I know. They're totally open about cloud seeding now. It's just, what are they putting in it? I think Mark Dice with the gold and silver bar. Mark Dice, that's his name. He's awesome. Thoughts on revoking permissions on wallets? Is this something that you do? Of course. You have to do this. Guys, go through all of your wallets on MetaMask regularly, and anything that you're not using, revoke permissions. It's under the settings. Each wallet has a little 3 dots next to it. Hit the 3 dots, then go under revoke permissions or connected websites and revoke. Harp. Jeez. Yep, Harp is another one. How many gold bars were chose but cut out to make the content? I'm not buying the story. Everyone chooses the Snickers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Who knows, Davis? But the videos they made, it was great content. He was talking about Pedo Islands and ranches in 08. Yeah. Good evening, stakers. Omfi, good to see you. Free speech. Hi, all. Bad news. My mom just got the virus. See how it plays out. Free speech. Sorry to hear that. People give a shit about talking about gay frogs, but he was just saying what scientists were saying in their experiment. If you get her some electrolyte powder, it will do wonders. Yes. and get some of the eye stuff. I don't know where you live, but if you can get some of the IVER, get that one. It definitely helps. Yeah, that was young Randy. I wasn't even 18 the day I started boot camp. So that was you take those pictures like your 3rd or 4th week of boot camp. Do you know if I would need to be a citizen to set up a bank down there? No, you don't need to be a citizen. Selling crypto for cash sounds like the dream. You don't even need a bank to do that. The only thing is you need to be able to transfer the money down here. You were so young and fresh looking. So fresh and so clean. I do love some real stolen valor content. That shit is funny. When you see those guys and they get confronted. Thank you, Valor Brand. You handled that very well. Your blood pressure dropped a bit. Exactly. Hex Monkey, there really is a genre on YouTube about stolen valor. Lots of entertainment there. Not what Davis was alluding to. I love how Randy smited that troll. Yeah. I just happened to have it sitting right there in my closet. So I'm like, oh, here we go. I don't have my DD214. That's in my safety deposit box, but there's that. It's somewhere. Took my first dose of zeolite today. We'll see how it goes. I hope you get these great dreams. They're awesome. They probably got the Ledger database breach. Yeah. Oopsie. I would sweat so much eventually I get cramps. Electrolytes are very helpful just to feel better. Yes, they are. I tell you, I think the thing that's helped my blood pressure the most, and it seems so basic, is that I'm taking a potassium supplement. It's only an extra like 4% of the daily you're supposed to get, but that little bit, ever since I started taking potassium, my blood pressure has been normal, and hasn't been normal in 20 years. I'm thinking of peanuts now. You get served subpoenas in person, not by mail here in the US, like you've been served. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if someone, so that's what you guys are thinking, that people are getting mailed these subpoenas, these fake subpoenas. What a way to scam people if that's happening. Holy crap. They will do anything. All right, here, let's before it gets too late, let's do our charts. Oops, there we go. First up is HEX. I got rid of some of the other stuff here. It's too much noise. And this is what I made the cover image for the video from. This is the monthly HEX. We still have the green Oryx indicator looking great. DI is looking okay. It's still just below 0. And on the daily, we got green on the daily. I was amazed at what happened with HEX, the price going down and then bounced right back up. That was great. Bitcoin, even after everything that happened the last 36, 48 hours with the Fed and the net, Bitcoin's just staying firm, guys. Staying firm. We got the buy on the monthly. And let's check out the daily. Looking good. We need, I think probably tomorrow, if this keeps up, that'll switch to green. The demand index is looking good. Fear and greed's looking good. Jeez, I cannot believe crypto is doing so well with all this bad macro news. This is the monthly for Ethereum. Still have the buy. Looking good over here on the DI. Looking good in the fear and greed. Let's check out the daily. Man, looking good, guys. Hedron. Still had the sell, but you saw we had a nice little pump during this week. Let's go into the daily. Won't take much for Hedron to turn around, that's for sure. And there's really no reason for it not to turn around. People are saying, these are just whale games. I don't know. It could be just people selling some Hedron because they want to pay some bills. So I'm not sure about that. Let's get it back up. Just like divorce papers. Yes, you are right. I've been out of the game for too long. Who placed me in timeout, and why was I placed in timeout? And the wannabe tyrant who muted me who be stripped of the wrench. Davis is fine. He didn't say anything that was upsetting. Yes, revoke permissions. I don't know who it was. They would have to tell me. Look, guys, I was a mod for Richard for I probably still am for his channel, and there's a couple times where I accidentally modded somebody and I didn't mean it, right? Because you're going by so quick. Well, that's my stream's not like that, but Richard's stream, it's so difficult. Do people get Social Security or veteran benefits if you renounce? I still qualify for my benefits. Yeah, I don't know about veterans benefits because I haven't looked into it. I don't get any because I got out. I only did 7 years, but Social Security and all that, yeah, you still get it. You bought in, you paid for it. They all done with New Year. I'll get some. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the Shemitah? Yeah, that ended. That was back in September. Now we're in Jubilee. Jubilee is a whole year. Have you talked to Big Swear? No. X-Bear, the thing with Bix is that he mixes religion a lot in things, and I try to keep that separate, right? It's nothing against religion. I consider myself, a man of faith, but I would not be talking about that like Big Square does. That's how he does it. I just let everybody know that I am, and we talk about it privately, but I don't go out and start doing like Bix. If you guys know who Bix is, you understand what I'm talking about. Don Shipley? Who's Don Shipley, Davis? There is also more permissions that are left besides connected sites can be found off of the revoke.cache site. Good habit to visit every few months. Yes, Paul. That's right. Black seed oil. Oh, okay. Black seed oils. I heard it's amazing, but the only way I can get it is I have to order it from Amazon. I think a mod mistaked you for one of the trolling Randy. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I thought you were just saying Randy like the other guy. I didn't get the Stolen Valor reference. See? Thank you, Hex Monkey. Hex Monkey's been doing the mod thing for a long time too. Dr. Tyrone Hayes did the research on atrazine that Alex got slammed for. Hayes calls it chemical castration. Yeah, that stuff's scary. What's the deal on the 3 dots on MetaMask? That's how you go in and you disconnect sites that have access or can have permissions with your wallet. So for example, you go to Uniswap. The first time you go to Uniswap, it says connect up in the top right. You click connect, and now the website has permissions, Web3, to be able to interact with your wallet. That's all that is. All right. But some websites, if they're nefarious, they can do things like you can give them too many permissions and they could do stuff that's not good. So therefore, you always go in and you update and get rid of stuff that you're not using. Let it go, man. He apologized. This is the monthly. Yeah, monthly's green, guys. Monthly's green for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and HEX. Putting Guru, good to see you. Crypto Street, cheers to you, Randy. Great chill stream. Tonight I wasn't so chill. Oh, God, I lost my shit a little bit there, but that's okay. Sorry, guys, but man, people are beating a dead horse. It's not hard to find out if someone was really a veteran, right? I was just asking if that's what Randy was trying to remember. Oh, okay. The banhammer of Thor. You guys think being mod is easy. That shit's hard. Is the Gematria from Waters Above still concerned? Yeah, he still is. Yep. But I'm not worried. I don't like Bix and Jesnip either. It just seems like you guys know each other from being gold bugs in crypto. Yeah. I've used to watch Big Square all the time. 2009, 10, 11, those years. But I stopped watching him once I got into crypto. Uniswap, the best way to get HEX? Yeah, Stan. That makes sense. There's other ways, but Uniswap is the easiest. Don Shipley is a Navy SEAL who snatches the life out of the phony SEALs. Ah, okay. Cool. And there's a lot of them. Because it's easy to buy the pin, right? Bix is definitely a gold bug. He sure is. Every 55 stake will cost 1 ETH. That's 10 to 100K used USD in 15 years. Yep. Set your Ethereum aside. But you're going to get, remember, I'm going to remind you guys, I'm going to be the optimist here, that you're going to have your copy of HEX over on Pulse Chain. So if you have a HEX stake that's 15 years out and HEX goes up 100x, you're not going to care that you have to sell some of your HEX to get some ETH to be able to go over to eHEX to unstake it. So you're going to have that. I only do 55 now, so monthly really helpful. I really like the RX indicator. Cool, Franklin. The guys are great. This is the coolest tool I have. I've been using it now since 2017. Oh, people in here are getting sensitive. Davis, stop, man. It was Liam North of the band. Yeah, I think so. That's who you guys banned. I haven't seen him. Cost gas to do so. FYI. Yep. I just tried to ban myself, but didn't work. Oh, you're talking about disconnecting? Well, not on a MetaMask, but if you're talking about revoke, yes, I think revoke costs gas. Guys, remember the big song "Litecoin is the right coin" as a means of exchange? Yeah, I remember he got into crypto for a little while. This chick tried to claim that Valor crap with me because she used some Army reference, and I'm a Marine. People have no idea. If you just tell them you're a soldier or a Marine, they're like, "What does that mean?" and then when it comes to corpsman, people just assume that I was a FMF, Fleet Marine Force corpsman. No, I was aviation. I was in naval aviation. We call us brown shoes. And I stayed in hotels. I didn't stay on ships. Now my brother, he was a black shoe. He's a Navy chief. And, totally different navies. You got Marine aviation and you got Marine ground forces. Totally different things. Okay, great. I'm a keto diet, and my daughter just came home with jelly-filled masala donuts. I hate that shit. Oh, man. You know what's the worst is I love croissants. And we go out for coffee a lot. We sit around, I'm retired. So we just go out, we go to the coffee shop, we're just chilling, whether it be Starbucks or Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. My son calls it coffee tea leaf. And we'll just go chill there. And my wife always gets my son these big ass croissants, and they're so yummy. And I can't touch them. I can't touch them. I used to watch Pix as well. Thanks for your service, fellow veteran here, Crypto Street. No problem. The week of 11/7 is the election and CPI data. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy week. I'm just riding it out, though. I'm not going to go and sell everything again like I did back in Shemitah. This one's, I don't know, man. I just don't care anymore. I got enough coming in monthly to live off of. If the markets are volatile for the next 4 months, who cares? Bagging more HEX and Hedron on my monthly shopping. Way to go, Peppy. How much PLS will be in USD in 55, 54? Oh, cheetah. Who the hell knows? Probably a couple bucks. It'll probably do something like XRP did, right? When XRP went to 250. But there's the supply of XRP is ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as Pulse Chain, but it was ridiculous. Guys, what are you going to buy with your first gains from Pulse Chain? Well, I need to buy a house, and I'm not going to sell my Pulse Chain. I'm going to borrow against my Pulse Chain. It's two different things, and I want everyone to learn how to do that through fiat.io or through liquid loans. Learn how to borrow against your crypto. There's no reason to sell. Good night, Davis. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Yep. My grandpa was a Marine. He served here in Panama. He rode the ships from Cologne to Panama City every day, then back to Cologne. He was part of the security force that would ride on the ships. I'm running out. Also, I got a job. Go get it, Bright Light. You really think PLS could launch in December? Sure, Yofosha. The version 3 does not need to take too long. It could be version 3 launch, 2 weeks later, we have the full launch. When XRP came out, how many zeros were originally buying? People were buying it. I wasn't around for it. Man, I actually have a video on that where I tell the story of my XRP stuff. And that was in 2015 when I was first buying XRP. And it was like hundreds of a penny. And I had millions. Not like 10 million or anything like that, but probably like 2 million. And I can't remember the exact number, but it did very well. And I sold on a 10x. I was happy because I was new to crypto, right? And I never went and bought XRP again because someone told me it was banker's coin. So I never got into it, never trusted it again, but I made good money on it. And then end of 2017, I think it was $1.50, $2. Oops. I was in the Col Machino parachute army back in Italy. Hardcore stuff. Told them after I was forced for 2 years, I'm out. I was stationed in Sigonella, right? Sigonella Naval Air Station. And we had 2 bases in Sicily. We had the Italian side and we had the American side. I worked on the Italian side. And I'll tell you what, guys. Pepe, nothing against the Italian Air Force. They're some laziest fucks. These guys didn't give a shit about anything because they're all forced to join. 18 years old, you have to join the Italian forces. And these guys be sitting around, uniform will be all a disaster, smoking a cigarette while they're on guard duty, looking like they didn't care. And then you go down to the US gate, which was like a mile down the road, or 2 kilometers down the road. And it's like super strict. Everyone's got their rifles and everything. But to get on the base, if you wanted to get on the Italian side, it was much easier. It was funny. But the best thing about being stationed on an Italian base was going to lunch at the Italian, where I don't know what they would call it, but it was amazing. They even served wine for lunch. Us American guys at our galley, we didn't have that. It was crazy. And sorry for the Marines out there. When you guys came to Sigonella, you guys got to sleep in the gym. You couldn't even stay in our barracks because it was all filled with all the Navy guys. You guys always came and you just slept on the floor in the gym. It was nuts, man. You guys bring back a lot of memories when you start talking about that stuff. Did around 300 jumps out of planes and helicopters. Pepe, I was the guy on the ground that would watch everybody jump. I had the ambulance on the ground. So if any of you guys were your circle jumps, there's 2 different kinds of jumps. There's square jumps, and that's what the Navy SEALs do and the special forces. And they can control those parachutes, right? Then you had the circle jumpers. The circle jumpers are the guys that got it just connected, and they jump out of the plane immediately. Their chute comes out, but they come down a lot faster, and they hit the ground hard. You get some broken legs. I never had a guy break his leg on any of my jumps, but crazy. And I never jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. I watched other people do it. Real question. Why do you think RH even thought he could be ETH2 to market? Because no one believed ETH2 was happening. Ethereum has been promising for years that they were going to go proof of stake, but they didn't do it. And then all of a sudden they did it. Maybe that because of Pulse Chain, they got a fire under their ass and they actually got it done. 2.5 billion PLSX should make me rich in a couple months, right? 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion. Damn, that's a pretty big sack, Yofosha. It's a lot more than I sacked by a large margin. Wow. Where do you believe is the cheapest place to buy HEX or ETH? Thank you. I learned so much on your stream. The cheapest place. I mean, there's only really one place that you have to use Uniswap or Kyber Network or one of those other exchanges. I think that's about it. I don't even know of any centralized places you can buy HEX. Yes, that's true. That's a simple plain military. I was in the one with no Slack. Pepe. Oh, the food was good, man. Italian galley was the place to be. Nice. It's 6 meters per 1 second fall with open chute. That's how fast the fall is, and there's lots of trading for that, or you break all your bones. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's scary. Me and my wife went skydiving a few years ago. Most beautiful picture you ever see for about 2 seconds, then blur. Yeah, but you guys came down in square chutes. The square chutes come down slowly. But what Pepe was doing, that was scary shit. Damn you, Focha. I thought I had a big dick. Yeah, I had to do the numbers in my head, Hex Bear. I'm like, 2.5 billion. Oh, that's PLSX too. My sack is way less than that. Cheers, Rennie. I'm enjoying a warm mug of Zeolite before I hit the sack. Mug? Ugh. Warm? Ugh. It's like drinking mud. Oh, there you go. Matcha. Matcha's another one. Limit orders and cow swap. Cow swap's another place. You can do limit orders. I think Pulse Chain for sure. Expedited ETH 2.0. Yeah, lit a fire under their ass. Nah, we jumped for 16,000 feet. Free fall for a while. Okay, cool. All right, folks. I'm out of here. I will see everybody Monday night. And I'm gonna put cute Randy away. He's too cute. Guys, that's me literally at just turning 18. All right. Hey, and Franklin says I definitely have too big of a sack. We're out of here.